talking about Hollywood. Ben Affleck. I'm watching a movie, The Accountant, one of my favorite movies this guy's done. It's a freaking amazing movie. This guy, forget about his politics. He, in my opinion, whether you like it or not, I love the way this guy acts. Sometimes I don't think he's acting. I just think he's being himself, and he's tapping into challenges, upbringing, whatever he had. He gave an analysis. Have you seen this, Vinny, or no?
No, I haven't seen it.
Vinny, you have to see what he says. He gives a breakdown on AI going into Hollywood in ways I've never seen anybody explain, and just listen to the way he presents his argument, like a lawyer. Rob, go ahead and play this clip.
I want to, as we kind of wrap up here, I do want to come back to AI. Jerry, you mentioned it, but Ben, how do earlier you guys weren't here? We did a demonstration. My colleague Andrew Sorkin and I recreated ourselves and our voices. How do you see it? I mean, is it a benefit or is it a real threat? Is it possible that a Netflix could say, we're going to do our own, James Bond thing out there with a bunch of actors that are completely recreated for this market or that market?
A, that's not possible now. B, will it be possible in the future? Highly unlikely. C, movies that will be one of the last things, if everything gets replaced, to be replaced by AI. AI can write you excellent imitative verse that sounds Elizabethan. It cannot write you Shakespeare. The function of having 2 actors or 3 or 4 actors in a room and the taste to discern and construct that is something that currently entirely eludes AI's capability, and I think will for a meaningful period of time. What AI is going to do is going to disintermediate the more laborious, less creative, and more costly aspects of filmmaking that will allow costs to be brought down, that will lower the barrier to entry, that will allow more voices to be heard, that will make it easier for the people who want to make Good Will Huntings to go out and make it. Look, AI is a craftsman. At best, craftsmen can learn to, make stickly furniture by sitting down next to somebody and seeing what their technique is and imitating. That's how large video models, large language models, basically work. A library of vectors of meaning and transformers that interpret context, right? But they're just cross-pollinating things that exist. Nothing new is created.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. And really, in order to do that, look. Craftsman is knowing how to work. Art is knowing when to stop. And I think knowing when to stop is going to be a very difficult thing for AI to learn because it's taste. And also, lack of consistency, lack of controls, lack of quality. AI for this world of generative video is going to do key things more. I wouldn't like to be in the visual effects business. They're in trouble because what costs a lot of money is now going to cost a lot less. And it's going to hammer that space, and it already is. And maybe it shouldn't take 1,000 people to render something.
There you go.
But it's not going to replace human beings making films.
Yeah.
It may make your background more convincing. It can change the color of your shirt. It can fix mistakes that you made.
I really like the way he's presenting.
You
can
might
pause
be
it
able
right
to
here. Vinny, your thoughts on this?
First, Pat, that audio guy, horrible. That's bothered me.
You're in the business of sound, and how do you screw up the mic and put it the way you put it?
Yeah,
but go ahead. He's fired. He got fired.
But I agree with Ben 100%. I agree with the acting, Pat, too. And it's like that's what has been the problem for the past 15, I want to say 20 years. Everything is Avenger. Oh my God, I can't wait for the 9th one to come out. And it's visually, but when's the last good movie, good acting, Pat, that you've seen? Like, when's the last time you were like, oh my God, this is like one of those movies?
Well, I tell you, not like a wonderful movie. I watched the Red One with The Rock that just came out. The movie that just came out. Him and Holiday one. Took the boys. When I go to movies with these kids, they make fun of me because it's my opportunity to sleep. I take a 30-minute. I'm not even kidding with you. I love movies because you and I, we've been through this many times. But I actually stayed up for the entire movie, and I texted the DJ, and I told him, I said, listen, phenomenal. The kids were ranking the movie, and they're giving them a grade on text.
Oh, really?
Hey, Dwayne, I thought it was an 8.75. Would you watch it? I would watch it again. It was an action movie. It was good, but are you talking like Born on 4th of July? Are you talking about Armageddon? Are you talking about stuff like that?
Yeah, I'm talking about good acting where there's real emotion, and he makes a great point. There's so much that a robot can do in the visual effects and the graphics, but like real, simple, emotional, human emotion movies, like he said, Good Will Hunting, Scent of a Woman, even Little Miss Sunshine, movies where
Scent of a Woman is
oh my God,
else,
but all those movies, you get emotion, you get attached to these people. I don't think AI is going to be taking actors, roles, but the behind the scenes stuff, like we talk about, Pat, the editing, the visual, all that, those people could be concerned, but especially as an actor, that's a really, really good sign and very, very well.
What do you think about what he said?
3 things in the style of Patrick Bet-David or Ben Affleck. A, B, C. A, I think Ben Affleck is an incredible actor. I don't care about his politics. Like you, when he's in something, I probably am clicking on it to watch. There's a few of these guys, the highest of which is Denzel Washington. I don't care what he does. I will be watching. Ben Affleck is in that category. He's a really, really good actor. B, movies are way too expensive, and that's because of capitalism. Capitalism is the best system of economics we've ever developed, but it doesn't mean it's perfect. In pursuit of the dollar, you get sequels. You get known quantities. You get characters. You get repetition. As he points out, you've lost the Goodwill Huntings of the world. They're cheap to make, but they're not guaranteed blockbusters to make money on the back end. That cost comes down with AI. We can now get more entry-level movies. We get better art. C, this is the most important one, and I'm going to explain why. The AI limitation is deep, and this is about like talking about the God particle or where creation comes from, both on a universal scale and within each one of us. Where do we get inspiration? Where do we begin the process of creation? That is not part of AI, and I don't think it will ever be part of AI. That is deeply human, to begin the process of something, not, as he points out, combine things that already exist. You can do the mathematics and you can do the AI, and scientists ultimately get back to the God particle. Yes, but what is the soul of the thing, the universe, the beginning, whatever it may be? And it leads you to faith. It leads you to the existence of God. I think it applies on the human level as well. What happens when a human being sits down with a blank piece of paper? Something has to happen that AI cannot do yet. And I don't know that it ever will be able to do, because all it is, to his point, is accumulation of knowledge. And there is some creation in taking 2 ideas that are seemingly unrelated and putting them together. But there is something unique to the human experience that he's talking about that will not be replaced by AI.
Tom, thoughts?
I agree. AI can take what is known and do it faster, more efficiently, and better. Because if you take a look at it and you back up, what is AI? Well, AI is nothing more than taking large language models, which is basically big stacks of existing, pre-existing, and done, finished, resolved stuff, assimilating it, and then bringing it back. You teach it to program, it programs faster. You teach it to assimilate facts, it assimilates facts better. You teach it about the framework for a narrative, it'll take facts and build you a narrative better and faster. But what it won't do is it won't create. And people say, well, it creates a document out of those facts. No, it created a better document out of the known facts. It created a more a smoother and faster code out of a known structure. And you asked it, build me the code to make an app that very simply does this or this, even more complicated. What it doesn't do, and you call it the God particle, it's the creative part. The creative part of humanity, it does not scan the universe and say, wow, what if we gave people a microwave oven? A microwave oven would help them save time cooking, right? It doesn't think that way. That's not the way AI works. There's a lot.
What would Musk say to us? Meaning, you remember the one sit down that Musk had with Jack Ma? Rob, can you go pull up this clip with Jack Ma and Musk? If you type in Jack Ma and Musk, I'm sure you guys have seen this. Where can you zoom in to see what it says right there? I just want to see what the. Zoom in so I can see the words, Rob. I'm 46 now. I'm not 30. Okay, there you go. I can't. That's in Spanish, right? Okay, right there. No, right. That one's good. That one's good, Rob.
This one?
Rob not only wants me
some
to.
eye drops for
yeah,
the show.
Go to that one,
you
Rob.
guys give me some eye drops in Spanish. I don't know what's in my eye.
That's the one. Watch this, folks. Watch this.
I hate the word AI called artificial intelligence. I call it Alibaba intelligence.
Yeah.
Look at Musk.
Might end up being true. You never know.
It's so difficult to predict the future. 99.99% of the predictions that human being had in the history about the future, all wrong.
Including that one?
Oh yeah. Only, the 0.00% of the prediction are right.
You know what
They're
that
right
look is?
because
You know what that body language is?
Yeah, but it's also true that 80% of statistics are false.
Yeah. So my meaning is...
Come on, guys. That was a joke.
No, he's realizing
actually, I'm
you're
not
not on my
interested in
level of intelligence. No, you can keep playing it because it gets to...
I just came back from there, so I'm more interested on the Earth, the things, what's going on happening here. So why are you so curious about the Mars? just one step, you go to Mars, but you will never be able to come back.
Yeah,
so that's my view.
That's not how it works, though.
And
we can pause it right here. Okay, so watch this. The guy to the left is worth $60 billion, give or take, probably more today. Type in Jack Ma's net worth, Rob, if you could. Jack Ma's probably worth anywhere between $55 to $100 billion, you know, depending on what the market is right now with Alibaba. He's lost some money.
Hey.
Guys, let's start a GoFundMe for him.
Yeah, I feel bad for the little guy.
Send him $5. Okay,
guy.
so he's worth $24 billion.
Or to go find me,
okay?
CCP.
Now, here's the thing. That is a perfect example of where one guy sees the world from a different lens and the other guy sees it from a different lens. A German philosopher once said, if a lion could speak, the world could not understand him. So, Elon Musk, if he was to be sitting here, he would say, you guys are naive. What would Elon say to Ben Affleck? Would Elon say, are you out of your mind? Do you know the stuff that we're building? The types of stuff these guys are going to be able to write? And the types of emotion they're going to be able to put into this? I don't know. But what I think is, if you and I thought Google was sick the first time somebody came, I'll never forget the first time somebody came and said, did you Google it? I said, what the hell is that? Go to google.com. I went to google.com. I'm like, oh, this is bullshit. They're just copying Yahoo. Look at this, 2 O's, Google, Yahoo, OO. They're just trying to be Yahoo. This is not going to do anything. Yeah, watch. But this is just a box. Yahoo has Yahoo Horoscope. Yahoo has Yahoo Finance. Yahoo has Yahoo Sports. There's nowhere to go. Google something. We're like, wow, that's crazy. And then the first time somebody said ChatGPT. And then somebody said, why don't you write a rap song of Tupac and Trump combined? And you're like, damn, that was actually pretty good within 30 seconds. So I don't know. I think only the paranoid survive. To be fully there to think that AI today is the best version of AI we're going to get, I would say stay paranoid, stay nimble, because you have no idea the limits that technology has. And often when we are part of the camp that think our, whatever we're doing is we're so amazing that we're always going to be needed. Here's a talent. Here's an artist. The argument that Ben Affleck's making. And I want to agree with them. I want to agree with the fact that he's saying, the what do you call it? The special effects guys, they're going to get destroyed. Mm-hmm. You don't need 1,000 people to design this. I'm going to be able to do it within an hour, and I'm going to give it to you, spit it out. Maybe a better background, but who knows? We're going to find out in 10 years who's right, whether a guy from Musk's side or the other side. In 2020, I'll never forget, we're doing our podcast. We had 47,000 viewers. Concurrent viewers, we had 6,700. We're at the office. We leave. I go home the next day. News comes out. Biden's probably going to be the president. Of course, it takes a few weeks. Everybody around me is panicking. What's going to happen? COVID, Biden, what are we going to do? We step back. We put a plan together. And the last 4 years have been the most ridiculous 4 years of our lives because we sequenced everything out. 15 moves, business, personal life, finances, all of it. Now that Trump's president, that same strategy that worked in 2020 should be different than the one we have in 2024. Tonight at 6 o'clock, I'm hosting a webinar called the No Matter What webinar. Tom and I will be sharing with you guys what we're planning on doing the next 4 years and some of the strategies that you ought to consider doing as well for yourself the next 4 years, especially when we're coming down to business planning season. Right now it's November 19th. January 1st is going to be here like in the next 6 weeks. And those of you guys that got big plans in 2025, planning starts now. Go to vtwebinar.com, vtwebinar.com. Put it in your calendar. It's only 5,000 people that can be on. We don't have it more than 5,000 people. We'll start at 6 o'clock. I'll give a PowerPoint presentation to you guys, and then we'll go from there. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.